Singh on the program coming up today.
Yes, I'm Toya Singh. If you love gold, and gold is something you're either looking to buy because Shadi season is right around the corner, or you're just a big fan of the metal, today's episode is for you. Let's take you first though to everything we have right here on the show. Alright, first up, as we promised, lab-grown gold, anyone? When can that become a reality? What is gold synthesis? Methods of making lab-grown gold. Is it essentially the same as lab-grown diamonds? That and more right here.
Our person of interest today, we chat with Sunny Hinduja. His remarkable journey is also latest release coming in as Hello Mummy. He's rocking everything from OTT, Hindi to even Malayalam. We'll sit down for a chat with him.
And right after that, no respite for Delhiites, Delhi AQI in the very poor category. We'll be bringing you a check-in, bringing you the numbers in the Delhi NCR region, Gurgaon, Noida, everything. And obviously telling you how to stay safe.
We promised glitz and glamour, so here it is, Shobita Naga wedding details. What are the rituals? What are the venue? How exactly are the preps going? All the viral bits you need to know coming up on the program. Alright, gold. It holds a very special place in Indian culture. Apart from jewelry, it plays a pivotal role as an investment as well. Status symbol of sorts and is a liquid asset. I'm sure all of us have heard about lab-grown diamonds or green diamonds as they're called. But today on the program, we are going to tell you about lab-grown gold, or as many call it, sustainable gold. What if we told you that gold that is much revered and valued by us, that has allured us for decades and is in its uniqueness and rarity, which is typically mined from earth, can actually be developed in a lab? You heard that right.
Okay, so let's tell you what we mean. Essentially, scientists are exploring new methods as we speak of gold synthesis. Just looking at how lab-grown gold can be made a reality. Now, it does have, obviously, the potential to reduce the environmental and the social impact of gold mining. It's obviously a huge green flag in that sense. It'll also possibly provide a new source of this very valuable metal, one that's been around for centuries. Gold is used in various fields, obviously, like dentistry, medical tools, defense, aerospace equipment, automobiles. We don't talk enough about everything it's used for except for jewelry. And this is primarily because it's an excellent conductor of electricity, and of course it resists corrosion. Those are part of its natural properties. Now, can lab-grown gold have those same, not just cultural, but even financial and scientific values as mined gold? And what is the current status of research in this field? We'll have an expert to answer all of your questions, whether it can be a reality soon. But first, listen in to Manisha Gupta. She explains exactly what lab-grown gold even is. Take a look.
Well, just like the alchemists of yore who tried to turn lead into gold using the philosopher's stone, modern-day scientists are exploring the possibility of creating gold in a lab. As per various sources, the total amount of gold above the ground is estimated at 212,582 tons at the end of 2023. Another 31,458 tons are expected to be mined for use based on the current technology over the next 20 years. Well, reports over the years suggest that gold is also present in ocean floors, but possibly in a heavily diluted form in water, making it unviable to process it. Recently, some astronauts have also projected the likelihood of gold among other metals and minerals on near-Earth bodies like asteroids. Well, the calculations though show that the astronomical cost of spaceships missions needed to extract gold from asteroids and bring them back to Earth are not feasible. And then there is science of making gold in a lab. Gold is a chemical element with 79 protons in each atomic nucleus. In theory, gold can be made by removing one proton from the 80 that mercury has, or by adding 1 to the 78 protons of platinum using nuclear reactors. The goal is to rearrange their atomic structure, transforming them into gold. It would still cost a lot of energy and money for a tiny amount of gold to be produced. There are other potential ways of turning stuff into gold using chemical reactions, bacteria strains, and laser lights. But none of these methods has proven consistent, efficient, cost-effective, scalable, or profitable. Well, not yet. We hear that scientists haven't given up on this yet. For thousands of years now, gold has served as a store of value, symbol of wealth, power, and prestige. It has adorned the crowns of kings, sacred relics, religious places, and bank vaults. People invest in gold now also by the way of mutual funds, digital gold, ETFs, etc. Gold is also used in making of electronics, dentistry, and medical tools, defense, aerospace equipment, as well as automobiles, because the metal is an excellent conductor of electricity and resists corrosion. Remember, even a minor impurity in the material properties of gold would defeat the purpose. And most importantly, the value of anything depends on customer perception. So would lab-grown gold have the same cultural and financial value as mined gold is a big question.
All right, big question indeed. And joining us now is Surendra Mehta. He's the director for Indian Bullion and Jewelers Association. Surendra ji, values, currencies, economies of the world base it and leverage it against gold. What is the possibility and just the dimension of having lab-grown gold even come into the picture?
I think Manisha answered it all in very short time. See, let me first of all tell you the gold is it's a symbol of wealth. It's a symbol of pride. It's a store of value. And central banks world over buy gold. ETF world over buy gold. The investors buy gold, and it is also used for manufacturing jewelry and all. Now, I think this comes to the mind about lab-grown gold only because we are hearing a lot about lab-grown diamonds. Yeah. But there are basic difference between the two. Like Manisha said that it is made out of it can be made out of a mercury or it can be made out of a platinum, but that would require the nucleus reaction. Now, which is very expensive. It is impossible to create a nuclear reaction at a very low price. In fact, the mining would be much cheaper. So I don't think there is any possibility of green gold as such, what you have been calling. The sustainable gold in our language, in the industry of gold and jewelry, is something different. The sustainable gold is the gold which is mined from the authorized mine, so there are no artisanal mining, there are no illegal mining, they are all ESG compliant, OECD guidelines is completely followed, local laws are followed, anti-money laundering laws are followed, and then only gold is sourced from those mines. And we have to also ensure that there are no all pollution checks are in place, there are no child labor employed. In fact, in countries like India also, we do not allow, we only allow two kind of good deliveries in India. One is LBMA good delivery, which is London Bullion Market Gold Association delivery, and UAE good delivery. And we also have our own good delivery system, which is called India good delivery. We do not allow, countries like India also do not allow any other good deliveries of the world. Like Russian good delivery, China good delivery, these are not permitted because the gold which they have been mining are all questionable. So I don't think the sustainable gold in our industry, what we call that I explained to you, versus green gold, what you're talking, it is extremely expensive. Like Manisha said, it can be found in the ocean floor, it can be found through an asteroid, but astronomical cost to extract those gold will be much higher. So why would somebody do that?
Tell us, Surendraji, take us into the minds and the hearts of a gold buyer. Tell us a little bit about the emotions attached with buying gold. I ask you that because there was a point when lab-grown diamonds had first entered into the picture, where people were like, no, the numbers will just never be the same as people buying actual diamonds. But those sectors have seen an increase in the last few years. 2018 to 2021, you've seen, I think, a 10% increase there. It's expected to grow a little further. When it comes to lab-grown diamonds, emotionally, do you think people might, if it were on the market, people were to have similar emotions, they may actually go for it?
Absolutely not. They would never go for it. Please understand the difference between diamond and gold. You buy a diamond jewelry, go to any bank and ask for the money. You want to borrow money against the diamond jewelry. The banks will never give you, because the Reserve Bank of India does not permit this. You buy a gold jewelry, go to any bank, you can borrow money. They will give you money against the gold. Will they give money against the green gold? No. So gold is the only commodity in the world which has an investment value, as well as by wearing those gold jewelry you can flaunt. So there is a distinct difference between the two. And see why lab grown diamond has come into the picture. For almost 30 years, the diamond dealers have been mixing these lab grown diamond or fake diamond or CVD diamonds with the real diamonds. If 90% of the woman takes their diamond jewelry to the for resale, they don't get any money, because nobody is prepared to buy those diamond jewelry. You buy the gold jewelry, you take it to any retailer, he will give you money. Maybe he would cut probably 5% or 7% or 10%. You buy a diamond jewelry, you go back to the same shop, he will never buy it. So why would somebody invest in diamond jewelry? And that is why lab grown diamond has come up. And see for how many years you can fool the people. You cannot fool the people for more than 30 years. They have been fooling people for more than 30 years now.
Yeah.
So that is why lab grown diamond has come into the picture.
पर सुरेंद्र जी, लोग तो कहेंगे आपका तो काम है ये कहना ना, so we have to take everything you are saying with a pinch of salt over here when it comes to gold. But practicality की बात करते हैं, अगर आज gold के prices इतने बढ़ गए हैं, we have never seen gold prices the way they are at the moment. So at this time, how do you see this going? For anybody watching right now, what is your take on gold and the projections for the next 5 to 10 years?
See, please understand one thing. The gold today is available at 22 carat jewelry you can buy. You can buy 20 carat jewelry. You can buy 18 carat jewelry. You can buy 14 carat jewelry. Now we have also approached Bureau of Indian Standard to allow us to manufacture 9 carat jewelry. And gold is the only commodity which is certified by Bureau of Indian Standard, which is Government of India organization. Why do the diamond dealers not go to the government and say, please certify our diamond also? So certificate is something very important. They are still continuing to certify through the private labs, through the private organization. Gold is the only commodity. We in India, we certify 16 crore pieces every year. On each piece of jewelry, there is a hallmarking signage available.
But Surendra ji, मैं interject इसलिए कर रही हूँ क्योंकि this is not a story of gold versus diamonds. We are just trying to see what is the feasibility of having lab-grown diamond in a world where sustainability is a big theme.
Lab-grown gold, right?
Lab-grown gold, yeah,
right.
Yeah.
नहीं, आपकी बात सही है. इसे एक्सप्लोर करना चाहिए. आई फुल्ली अंडरस्टैंड, इट नीड्स टू बी एक्सप्लोर्ड, बट इसकी कॉस्ट कम होनी चाहिए. यदि इसकी कॉस्ट कम होगी, व्हाई वुड somebody today buy a lab grown gold, और वो ज्यादा पैसे क्यों देगा? और अगर वो बाय कर भी लेता है तो उसे बैंक से बोरोइंग नहीं मिलती. देन इट वुड सी देयर इज अ डिफरेंस बिटवीन इन्वेस्टमेंट एंड कंजम्पशन. टुडे डायमंड हैज बिकम अ कंज्यूमेबल आइटम, और उस कंज्यूमेबल आइटम में आप चीपर वैल्यूएशन देखते रहते हैं, लेकिन आप गोल्ड में कभी चीपर वैल्यूएशन नहीं देखेंगे, बिकॉज इट्स एन इन्वेस्टमेंट आइटम. सो दोनों में फर्क है. वुड यू बाय अ कार विच इज चीपर, लेकिन वो उसके अगेंस्ट में आपको कोई लोन नहीं देता है, आप कभी नहीं बाय करेंगे.
Surendra ji, just leave us with the numbers. Gold across the country, where are we seeing sales take place most? Tell us the urban versus the rural patterns that we're seeing. Give us the numbers as they're projected in the next few years. Are they projected to remain as strong? And I'm only asking you that because for you, as someone who directs the Indian Bullion and Jewelry Association, where are the areas of concern?
Absolutely, there are no areas of concern. In fact, there has been consistently in gold import and gold demand in the country. In fact, after the price have surged so much after 2020 Corona period, the gold demand has in fact increased. So even when the prices have increased, the demand is increasing. We will be touching the last year gold import number this year also. So consistently from last 11 years or 12 years, there may be a 50 tons fluctuation, 50 or 75 ton fluctuation, but the demand is consistent. The urban population as well as rural population both keep buying gold. And there is a huge demand for gold. Almost 60% demand comes from the rural area. In fact, when I visit the showrooms in tier 2 or tier 3 cities, I feel that, one must go and open shops there, because you find at least 300, 400 customer during festival every day in each of the shop, while it does not happen in cities like Mumbai and Delhi. So gold की डिमांड तो कभी कम होने वाली नहीं है. और जो इंडिया में जो पैशन है ना गोल्ड का, जो मुझे पता नहीं उस येलो मेटल में ऐसा क्या है, लेकिन सब औरतों की बहुत चाहत है, तो वो हमेशा गोल्ड खरीदेगी.
सब औरतों की चाहत है, सारी बुलियन एसोसिएशन की भी तो चाहत है सुरेंद्र जी. बट दिस इज़ इंटरेस्टिंग कि आपने ये बोला कि अभी कोई पॉसिबिलिटी नहीं है, पर इसके बारे में रिसर्च और करने की ज़रूरत है, बिकॉज टेक्निकली एंड केमिकली दिस कैन बी मेड. How do we bring down the cost and how do we sort of work for the environment is a larger question. Sorry, we're running out of time, सुरेंद्र जी. इसके बारे में फिर से बात करेंगे आपके पास आके. अभी हमारे साथ जुड़ने के लिए बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया. Let's move on now.
I love the amount of debate it's created though. Surendra ji is so passionate on this. Let's move on from gold now to an area where India is striking gold. We're going to the world of cricket. Let's move and bring you to a quick summary of the IPL auction that's just taken place. It's had India glued. Now, we'll just bring you some quick highlights. Rishabh Pant breaking all records by becoming the most expensive player ever in the IPL history. This was at a whopping 27 crore rupees. You already know that though, because that took place on day one. LSG, Lucknow Super Giants, actually bought Pant on day one of the auction.
And what a story for Pant, recovering from that accident and now coming in for this. So, kudos and rooting for him. But what happened on day two? Let's take you through that. The day two of IPL auction wrapped up with record-breaking deals and shocking steals, with 13-year-old Vaibhav Suryavanshi becoming the youngest ever player to be brought in by the IPL history. The stage is now set for an electrifying season ahead. Here's a wrap.
The IPL 2025 mega auction was one to remember, with Rishabh Pant and Shreyas Iyer breaking the all-time record for the most expensive buys ever in the auction history. Pant at 27 crore found a new home at Lucknow Super Giants, while the IPL 2024 winning captain Shreyas Iyer was valued at 26.75 crore by Punjab Kings, as across 2 days franchisees splurged a mind-boggling 639.15 crore for 182 players. While Venkatesh Iyer's 23.75 crore buy by Kolkata Knight Riders raised eyebrows, Arshdeep Singh and Yuzvendra Chahal at 18 crore each to Punjab Kings earned well-deserved raises. KL Rahul went to Delhi for 14 crores. Josh Butler was the most expensive overseas buy at this auction at 15.75 crores, snapped up by Gujarat Titans, while Trent Bolt, Josh Hazelwood and Jofra Archer all were valued at rupees 12.50 crore by Mumbai, Bangalore and Rajasthan to round up the top 10. Among the names that surprisingly went unsold were Johnny Bairstow, Yash Dhul, Prithvi Shaw, Mustafizur Rahman, Alzari Joseph, David Warner, Shardul Thakur, Devol Brevis and Sikandar Raza. Let's break down the teams assembled by the franchisees. A heightened focus on the bowlers was a plan of attack for Rajasthan Royals in the IPL 2025 auction, while also investing on young talent for the future. Ara started the day one by purchasing bowlers, acquiring the services of England pacer Jofra Archer for a steep 12.5 crore to lead their bowling attack. Reinforcements on the bowling front were brought in by the likes of veteran Mahesh Theekshana, Vanindu Hasaranga, while uncapped talents such as Akash Madhwal, Kumar Kartikeya were also taken under their wing. More pacers were added to the rank on day 2 with the help of Tushar Deshpande, Kwena Mepakwa being brought into the ranks. On day 1, Mumbai signed only 4 players for rupees 18.90 crore, PV pacer Trent Bolt being the top buy and will be back in Mumbai colours next year with a signing of rupees 12.50 crore as the Ambanis splurged rupees 5.25 crore uncapped Indian all-rounder Naman Dheer via RTM. On day 2, Mumbai splurged on Deepak Char, Will Jacks, Ryan Rickelton and Mitchell Santner. Kolkata Knight Riders broke the bank to get back all-rounder Venkatesh Iyer at INR 23.75 crore on the first day. while the franchisees look to have its core team back as they also brought in the likes of Angakrish Raghuvanshi, Vaibhav Arora, Rahmanullah Gurbaz and Anrik Norkia. Chennai Super Kings made some interesting buys on the first day of the mega auction, buying back the likes of Devon Conway and Rachin Ravindra. Ace-off spinner Ravichandran Ashwin returns to CSK after a decade, and so is Vijay Shankar. The franchisee also brought in Rahul Tripathi, Noor Ahmed, Khalil Ahmed, also adding Sam Curran, Anshul Kamboj, Mukesh Chaudhary, Deepak Hooda and Australian Nathan Ellis. RCB, in search of their maiden IPL title, spent Rs 82.25 crores in the IPL mega auction to sign in as many as 19 players. Josh Hazelwood was the most expensive at 12.50 crore and added Liam Livingston, Phil Salt, Jitesh Sharma, Rasik Dasalam, Krunal Pandya and Bhuvneshwar Kumar. SRH brought in senior pacers Mohammad Shami and Harshal Patel for Rs 10 crore and Rs 8 crore respectively, as Simarjeet Singh joined for Rs 1.5 crore. Spinners Adam Zampa and Rahul Chahar brought in for Rs 2.40 crores and 3.2 crores respectively, while Ishan Kishan became their costliest purchase on Sunday, costing Rs 11.25 crore, and while Shirley will be the first choice wicketkeeper. They also got in lower order batters Abhinav Manohar and Atharva Taide for Rs 30 lakhs and Rs 3.2 crores respectively. LSG paused star Indian wicketkeeper batter Rishabh Pant at Rs 27 crore, which is the highest amount ever paid for any player in IPL history, and the team owners also managed to add the likes of David Miller, Aiden Markram, Mitchell Marsh, Avesh Khan, Abdul Samad and Aryan Juyal. DC brought in to the fold KL Rahul, splurging Rs 14 crores on their potentially new skipper to lead the new look Capitals. DC also added some insane firepower in the form of Jake Fraser-McGurk, who they reclaimed, Harry Brook and Ashutosh Sharma, while also bringing in the firing pace of Mitchell Starc to lead the bowling attack. On day 2, DC fleshed out the rest of their squad, adding more depth to their bowling attack by acquiring the likes of Mukesh Kumar, Dushmantha Chamira, while also investing in some young talent all round to add zest to the youth to their final squad. GT owners splashed Rs 15.75 crore for England's white ball captain Josh Butler and signed Mohammad Siraj, Kagiso Rabada and Prasidh Krishna for Rs 12.25 crore, 10.75 crore and 9.50 crore respectively on day 1. On while day 2, they added Washington Sundar, Gerald Coetzee, Sharfin Rutherford and Glenn Phillips. Punjab Kings went in with a purse of 110.5 crore and splurged on getting the services of Shreyas Iyer at Rs 26.75 crore. Iyer thus became the second costliest player in the history of IPL auction. They RTM'd Ashdeep Singh at Rs 18 crores, bought Yajwendra Chahal at 18 crores, Marcus Stoinis at 11 and Glenn Maxwell at 4.2 crore. They also added a plethora of young stars in Nehal Vadera, Vishnu Vinod, Vijay Kumar Vesak, Marco Jansen, Josh English, Aaron Hardy, Priyansh Arya and Mushir Khan.
Alright, so games all set for IPL 2025. We'll see how that goes down. Such exciting announcements though over the last few days. On the other side of this break though, we are shifting tracks entirely and taking you to the world of films and OTT. Sunny Hinduja joining us, telling us a little bit about his remarkable journey from the OTT platform characters that have left a mark on your hearts to his foray as Bollywood's favorite villain to now his foray into Mollywood. We'll see you in just a few minutes.
और आगे की यात्रा की बेहतर योजना बनाने के अवसर प्रदान करते हैं। ऐसे समारोह हमारी एकता को मजबूत बताने की तथा ये दर्शाते हैं कि राष्ट्रीय लक्ष्यों को प्राप्त करने के प्रयासों में हम सब एक साथ हैं। हमारे स्वाधीनता संग्राम के दौरान अनेक महान विभूतियों ने हमारे राष्ट्रीय आदर्शों को रेखांकित किया था। हमारी संविधान सभा में हमारे देश की विविधता को अभिव्यक्ति मिली थी। संविधान सभा में सभी प्रांतों और क्षेत्र के प्रतिनिधियों की उपस्थिति से अखिल भारतीय चेतना को स्वर मिला था। संविधान सभा के वाद विवाद तथा सदस्यों के संबोधनों में हमें संविधान निर्माण की प्रक्रिया के साथ साथ अपने देश के बारे में गहरी जानकारी प्राप्त होती है। आज जिन पुस्तकों का विमोचन किया गया तथा जो शॉर्ट फिल्म्स दिखाई गई उनमें लोगों को हमारे संविधान निर्माण के गौरवशाली इतिहास का परिचय प्राप्त होगा। एक अर्थ में भारत का संविधान कुछ महानतम मेधावी लोगों द्वारा लगभग 3 वर्षों के विचार विमर्श का परिणाम था, लेकिन सही अर्थ में ये हमारे लंबे स्वाधीनता संग्राम का परिणाम था। उस अतुलनीय राष्ट्रीय आंदोलन के आदर्शों को संविधान में अत्यंत महत्वपूर्ण स्थान दिया गया। उन आदर्शों को सुस्पष्ट और संक्षिप्त रूप से संविधान की प्रस्तावना में व्यक्त किया गया है। ये आदर्श है न्याय, स्वतंत्रता, समता और बंधुता। ये आदर्श सदियों से भारत को परिभाषित करते हैं। संविधान की प्रस्तावना में उल्लिखित आदर्श एक दूसरे के पूरक है। समग्र रूप से ये सभी आदर्श ऐसा वातावरण उपलब्ध कराते हैं जिसमें हम नागरिक को फूलते फलते समाज में योगदान देने तथा साथी नागरिकों की मदद करने का अवसर मिलता है। माननीय संसदगण, संविधान की भावना के अनुसार कार्यपालिका, विधायिका और न्यायपालिका का ये दायित्व है कि वे सामान्य लोगों के जीवन को सुगम बनाने के लिए मिलजुल कर काम करें। संसद द्वारा पारित किए गए अनेक अधिनियमों से जौन आकांक्षाओं को अभिव्यक्ति मिली है। देश के आर्थिक एकीकरण के लिए स्वतंत्रता के बाद का सबसे बड़ा टैक्स सुधार गुड्स एंड सर्विसेज टैक्स को के रूप में किया गया है। वर्ष 2018 में राष्ट्रीय पिछड़ा बल आयोग को संवैधानिक दर्जा प्रदान किया गया है। वुमेन लेड डेवलपमेंट की सोच को यथार्थ रूप देना सामाजिक न्याय के संवैधानिक आदर्शों को प्राप्त करने के लिए अनिवार्य है। नारी शक्ति बंधन अधिनियम द्वारा हमारे लोकतंत्र में महिला सशक्तिकरण के एक नए युग की शुरुआत की गई है।
Welcome back. We promised you glitz and glamour on the show. Glitz was all gold before we went on break. Now it's time to bring you all things glamour with our person of interest. So our person of interest today is someone who's left a mark on the audiences with his villainous roles, be it Yodha or Shehzada. You want to believe he's evil. And on the other hand, over time, Sunny Hinduja has also left such a huge impact with his gentler roles, such as the complex, moving, ever-mature Sandeep Bhaiya in Aspirant. Social media is flooded with posts of people saying, Sandeep Bhaiya is not a character, he is an emotion.
Well, if anything is clear, it's obvious that Sunny Hinduja is a man of much versatility, and now he's taking his talents down south with his Malayalam debut Hello Mummy has already come out. Is there anything he cannot do? Well, we thought we'd bring him on to the show to understand his journey through OTT, through Bollywood, and now obviously on to Mollywood. So let's have him bright and early here on the show. Sunny, thank you for joining us here on TVC. Sunny, tell us, first up, what are you most excited about with this new release?
Well, I'm excited for the release. It's always exciting when a film releases, and especially if it's a debut in a new industry, Bollywood. So I'm pretty excited, and I'm waiting and hoping that it works and it reaches out to people's hearts, the kind of hard work everybody has put in. So I'm hoping the best happens for all of us.
Nice. So Sunny, we were just in the introduction talking about the entire range and spectrum of roles you have done across languages, across platforms as well. Take us through one memory from a movie that has perhaps stayed with you.
If I have to put that way, I think a lot of simplicity and a lot of humility is what I feel stayed with me, because that was the state of affair while shooting, and enormous love, because since I was new in the industry and from the director to writers to the actors, everybody, supported me. And in fact, we had great banter also in terms of learning Malayali. Aishwarya, who's the heroine in the film, she would teach me certain things, and then I would repeat that to the director, and then he would tell me certain things, some good, some bad, but it was all the fun that was happening, and that I enjoyed the most.
Okay, that's a memory from Hello Mummy and working with the cast. But Sunny, let's now do what we were trying to do a little earlier, and let's walk into your filmography a bit, the shows you've worked on a bit. Family Man is one of them, and we read somewhere that Manoj Bajpayee is actually a mentor. He's become like a mentor rather for you over the years. Is that true? Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah, I mean, definitely. First of all, I'm truly grateful that I could get an opportunity to work with Manoj sir so closely. And we all know the kind of actor he is. There are no doubts about that. But I got to know him as a person, and he is equally good, because I can't say what is better, because I feel he's an amazing, amazing actor. So he's equally good as a person, and he, took everybody along with him in the show. And there was a great camaraderie between all of us, from with Manoj sir to me, Sharib, Shreya, and all entire team. And there was a great bond, and I think it all happened because of Manoj sir. And other than that, I've learned so much from him, from his experiences. He's shared so many things from his past, and due course of shooting, I also had certain questions in terms of my performances, in terms of how to get there, and few challenges that I was facing, and he helped me like this. Not only that, sometimes I also call him from different sets also. Yahan pe kabhi, very rarely, but once I was stuck in one of my shoot of Sandeep Bhaiya, so I had called him, and I had to understand, if we have a certain scene with so much intensity, what all should we do? And he gave me certain advices, and I followed, and I think it was okay. I mean, not as good as him, but definitely it did really help me.
How sweet. Actually, a lot of people say that about Manoj Bajpayee, but if you were to take us back in time, Sunny, and tell us this one advice perhaps that stayed with you about, apart from all the lovely ones that you've received so far.
One thing that I remember right now is that he told me that don't pressurize, yourself, don't beat up yourself, go with the flow, and don't take everything so seriously. Have to be a little easy on yourself. That was one thing pertaining to me. But in general, we don't have to make a big deal, of anything. We just need to go with the flow and prepare. Preparation is the most important. We prepare and come, and then we improvise something. It's altogether a different ball game than just being unprepared on set. So that was really, really important for me. And taking it easy was the most important lesson for me, because I used to be very harsh and would beat up myself if something is not happening. Would try really hard, but then after speaking to him, I realized that it's okay. It's okay to do as much as you feel, because that would look more real than you putting an extra effort of doing extra. That would not look real. So that was something very valuable for me.
These are actually words of advice for all of us non-actors too. Yeah. But Sunny, tell us, you're also part of a generation of actors who I think it's fair to say are finally receiving the credit that they've worked very hard for over the last few years. I believe Rajkumar Rao and you were actually roommates right as you moved to Mumbai. Is that accurate?
Yeah, I mean, not just Rajkumar, but we were of course roommates when we came to Bombay. It is Vijay Verma, Jaideep Ahlawat, and many more doing great work who are from the same batch. And Divendu, who's a senior, Rasika, who's also a senior. So, I mean, many people have been doing good stuff. I mean, it's like an inspiration. We all of us came together, and everybody is doing fairly good in their own way. So I take it like an inspiration, that things are happening and they can happen. When back then, when I was still, struggling is not a nice word. Back then, when I was still, trying to make a mark, and I am still, that process will keep going on with every role. I used to see these people and seek an inspiration that it's such a great thing which has happened. So they have really worked hard and they have reached where they have reached because of sheer determination, hard work. So can I, and so can anybody else. So that's what I took from them, and I think there are many more talented people in our batch still waiting to reach there, and I'm sure they'll also find their way around the corner pretty soon.
Yeah, that's quite nice. Sunny Hinduja, good luck with the new movie that's coming out in different language that you're trying, and all your fans, including all those Sunny Bhaiya fans, will be watching in as well. All right, let's move on from that to the latest that's coming in also from all the glitz and glamour down south. Naga Chaitanya and Shobita Dupriya's wedding is creating a buzz with excitement building up as the couple's big day draws near. The wedding invitation, which recently surfaced online, offers a glimpse into the festivities, adding to the anticipation. Now, while the couple has remained relatively private about their plans, fans are eager to see how the celebration actually unfolds.
Right, there's so much excitement. Naga Chaitanya and Shobita, they're gearing up for their December 4th wedding. Shosha brings you all of the details about the venue, the ritual. Remember, the engagement itself had created so much of a media storm. Yeah, it really was so elegant. And this wedding, we're hoping, will continue to be that. It'll continue to have visuals for all of us to enjoy too. Take a look.
Naga Chaitanya and Shobita Dulipala's upcoming wedding has been a hot topic ever since they exchanged rings on August 8, 2022. Excitement has only grown as the couple kicked off their pre-wedding celebrations in October 2024. Now, all eyes are on their big day, reportedly scheduled for the first week of December. A recent viral wedding invitation has revealed that the couple will tie the knot on December 4 at Hyderabad's iconic Annapurna Studios. This venue holds special significance as it was founded by Naga Chaitanya's grandfather, legendary actor Akineni Nageshwar Rao. The elegant invitation blends tradition with modern design. Along with the invite, a photo of a customized gift basket for guests has also gone viral, adding to the excitement. The wedding will be an intimate affair attended by close family and a select group of friends from the film industry. According to sources, the ceremony will follow Telugu Brahmin traditions and span over 8 hours. For her big day, Shobita has reportedly chosen a stunning Kanjivaram silk saree intricately adorned with real gold zari, which she picked out while shopping with her mother. She has also opted for a simple white khadi saree woven in Ponduru, Andhra Pradesh, which will be paired with a matching traditional outfit for Naga Chaitanya, a source shared. As the countdown to their much anticipated wedding begins, fans can't wait to see Naga Chaitanya and Shobita Dulipala take their vows beautifully dressed and ready to embark on a lifetime of love and togetherness. Stay tuned for more updates on their big day only on Shosha.
Alright, with that, let's take you through stories from India and across the globe. Let's start with where Veer Das is. He became the first Indian to host the 52nd edition of the International Emmys Award. The International Emmys Award 2024 took place in New York City at the Hilton Midtown. Veerdas, known for doing stand-up comedy, is a global phenomena today. And the team of The Night Manager, starring Anil Kapoor, Aditya Roy Kapoor and Shobhita, were also present as they were nominated for the Best Drama Series.
All right, and moving on from that to these gorgeous visuals coming in. A little fawn born in a biopark in Argentina earlier this month, giving scientists and conservationists and common people like you and me a chance to not just study and collect data, but also just gawk at this tiny, enigmatic little deer. It weighs just 1.21 kgs. It's obviously very delicate and fragile right now. It's a white spotted male pudu fawn, that's what it's called. And it was named Lenga after a tree species endemic to the forests of Chile and Argentina.
Cyclone Fengal likely to hit Tamil Nadu today. The state witnessed rains in several parts of depression over the Bay of Bengal, intensified into a depression, a deep depression, and is likely to intensify into a cyclonic storm as well. Authorities have declared holidays for schools and colleges in several regions.
Okay, we're heading into a short break. On the other side, if you're in the Delhi NCR region, this in particular is for you. But even if you're tuning in from across the country, AQI check-in on the other side. We'll see you in just a few minutes.
और आगे की यात्रा की बेहतर योजना बनाने के अवसर प्रदान करते हैं। ऐसे समारोह हमारी एकता को मजबूत बताने की तथा ये दर्शाते हैं कि राष्ट्रीय लक्ष्यों को प्राप्त करने के प्रयासों में हम सब एक साथ हैं। हमारे स्वाधीनता संग्राम के दौरान अनेक महान विभूतियों ने हमारे राष्ट्रीय आदर्शों को रेखांकित किया था। हमारी संविधान सभा में हमारे देश की विविधता को अभिव्यक्ति मिली थी। संविधान सभा में सभी प्रांतों और क्षेत्र के प्रतिनिधियों की उपस्थिति से अखिल भारतीय चेतना को स्वर मिला था। संविधान सभा के वाद विवाद तथा सदस्यों के संबोधनों में हमें संविधान निर्माण की प्रक्रिया के साथ साथ अपने देश के बारे में गहरी जानकारी प्राप्त होती है। आज जिन पुस्तकों का विमोचन किया गया तथा जो शॉर्ट फिल्म्स दिखाई गई, उनमें लोगों को हमारे संविधान निर्माण के गौरवशाली इतिहास का परिचय प्राप्त होगा। एक अर्थ में भारत का संविधान कुछ महानतम मेधावी लोगों द्वारा लगभग 3 वर्षों के विचार विमर्श का परिणाम था, लेकिन सही अर्थ में ये हमारे लंबे स्वाधीनता संग्राम का परिणाम था। उस अतुलनीय राष्ट्रीय आंदोलन के आदर्शों को संविधान में अत्यंत महत्वपूर्ण स्थान दिया गया। उन आदर्शों को सुस्पष्ट और संक्षिप्त रूप से संविधान की प्रस्तावना में व्यक्त किया गया है। ये आदर्श है न्याय, स्वतंत्रता, समता और बंधुता। ये आदर्श सदियों से भारत को परिभाषित करते हैं। संविधान की प्रस्तावना में उल्लिखित आदर्श एक दूसरे के पूरक हैं। समग्र रूप से ये सभी आदर्श ऐसा वातावरण उपलब्ध कराते हैं जिसमें हम नागरिक को फूलते फलते समाज में योगदान देने तथा साथी नागरिकों की मदद करने का अवसर मिलता है। माननीय संसदगण, संविधान की भावना के अनुसार कार्यपालिका, विधायिका और न्यायपालिका का ये दायित्व है कि वे सामान्य लोगों के जीवन को सुगम बनाने के लिए मिलजुल कर काम करें। संसद द्वारा पारित किए गए अनेक अधिनियमों से जौन आकांक्षाओं को अभिव्यक्ति मिली है। देश के आर्थिक एकीकरण के लिए स्वतंत्रता के बाद का सबसे बड़ा टैक्स सुधार गुड्स एंड सर्विसेज टैक्स को के रूप में किया गया है। वर्ष 2018 में राष्ट्रीय पिछड़ा बल्क आयोग को संवैधानिक दर्जा प्रदान किया गया है। वुमेन लेड डेवलपमेंट की सोच को यथार्थ रूप देना सामाजिक न्याय के संवैधानिक आदर्शों को प्राप्त करने के लिए अनिवार्य है। नारी शक्ति बंधन अधिनियम द्वारा हमारे लोकतंत्रों में महिला सशक्तिकरण के एक नए युग की शुरुआत की गई है। दंड के स्थान पर न्याय तथा अपराध के स्थान पर सुरक्षा की भावना पर आधारित भारतीय न्याय संहिता, भारतीय नागरिक सुरक्षा संहिता और भारतीय साक्ष्य अधिनियम को पारित करके सांसदों ने आधुनिक सोच को अपनाने का प्रभावशाली
Welcome back to the Breakfast Club. Let's now bring you an overlook at the air quality in the entire Delhi NCR region. You know the air quality crisis that the entire region continues to reel with. And what we're predicting right now is no respite for Delhiites. As smog returned to the Delhi NCR skies, AQI has plunged from very poor to severe. Remember, there was that silver lining, it seemed, on Monday morning. All of that has changed now. There is, as we speak, significant air pollution, and schools in certain parts of Delhi NCR, remember, over the last few hours, have been opened in the hybrid mode. But to bring us the exact numbers and tell us about the overview of the region, Sonal right here with the AQI numbers.
That's right. So let's get an understanding of how AQI has been over the past week or so, because we all kept talking about how Sunday there were blue skies, but suddenly it has dipped. So let's look at how it has fared over the past couple of days. 22nd of November, AQI hit 458. Cut to the next day, it was 418. Cut to Sunday, which is when everybody really stepped out. That was November 24th, 191. For the first time in almost more than 2 weeks, we hit numbers which were below 200. This is Delhi NCR numbers, of course, that we are talking about. Cut to 25th of November, it went up to 408, and then it stands at 311. So why this movement? Of course, remember, Grab 4 continues to be a common factor across all these dates. What has changed is the wind movement. But let's take a look at that in a little bit more detail. Let's look at the number early this morning. At around 5:30 this morning, the current AQI in Delhi is seen as 301. Again, significantly lower than, say, the numbers which were crossing to almost 500, but not good even now. In fact, if you look at the overall picture, the numbers will tell you that not for a single day of 2024 has the air quality of the Delhi NCR region been good. So that's something to really think about when we look at AQI and think of it as only a problem of the winter or only a problem that emerges this time of the year. If you look at the forecast for AQI for tomorrow, some really interesting numbers coming in. Remember, the forecast is made depending on the wind movement and other factors. And if you look at it, you will see Delhi University forecasted at 200. There is Dheerpur, there is IGI Airport, which is said to be around 100. But look at this number, Gurugram, 77.51. That's the predicted AQI for tomorrow, which is which is something that can make us happy, right? But let's look at it from a pan-India level now. This is the map of North India on your screen. You see very few yellow patches, mostly all red and purple. If you look at the least, the best air at the moment is coming in from Roopnagar in India. That's about 78. That's the moderate category again. Then if you look at other places, there is Bareilly, which is surprisingly doing very well. Comparatively, of course, again in 85, sub 100 is said to be, we're looking at it as silver lining at the moment, moderate over there. But let's zoom in a little bit and get down to Delhi NCR region to give you a better understanding. And again, here you see usual culprits, but the best air quality at the moment, Ghaziabad, one of them under 200, 176. There is 180 here for Gurgaon as well. So there seems to be wind movement around the national capital region, but currently within the city, all are looking at over 200. Not very encouraging signs, but Toyat, 77 for Gurgaon tomorrow. We're going to revisit this and check if it actually comes true.
We're going to have to revisit it. Alright, so we'll keep an eye out for that, and if you live in Gurgaon, fill us in on if the air quality is actually that number tomorrow morning. Tell us how it feels. Right now though, we're going to advise you, remember, stay inside, keep your air purifiers on, use a mask if you can. Right now though, let's take you to something slightly different. We'll take you to the world of cars next with Overdrive. So we're going to take you out on the roads to understand a bit about the Royal Enfield Goan Classic 350. It's been launched at 2.35 lakh rupees. As usual, we're going to tell you if it's worth going out there and buying, if the bike is worth the price tag. This is Overdrive with more. Take a look.
Now what better place to check out a motorcycle that's called the Goan Classic 350 than the sunny state of Goa, right? So we've been invited out here to test the motorcycle, pre-launch obviously, and yeah, now this is, as you can see from the design, this is a bobber themed iteration of the Classic 350, the existing model. And although you might think that RE have done a rebadging job like what they did with the Classic 350 and the Bullet 350, with this one, well, it really isn't so, because there are more than just aesthetic aspects that have changed this motorcycle quite dramatically. And in this video, we're going to explore each and every one of them. So let's get right to it. Now, as you can see, it is a bobber themed version or iteration of the classic, well, the standard 350, the J series model with the ape hanger bars, the big 19-inch wheel up front and the smaller 16-inch out back. Now, this is the first time that Enfield have put this configuration together, because these are all new cross-spoke tubeless rims with tubeless tires, and the 1916, well, that is really unique as well compared to the standard classics 19 and 18-inch wheels setup. Now, yes, you do get 4 very vibrant colors, because this motorcycle, well, the design and the colors gains inspiration from the hippie generation out here in Goa from the late 60s to the early 80s. So it's all about funky design, being seen, vibrant colors and all that kind of thing. So this is one of the new colors, the paint schemes. This is in teal. You have a red and black option. You have one where the tank is purple, the motorcycle is completely blacked out, which looks quite cool. The last one is where the motorcycle completely blacked out, with some subtle hints of shades of black as well. So that will tend to be under the radar, more or less. You have these nice white wall tires which give the bike some character as well. Now this is the only color scheme where you will see the exhaust manifold in a chrome finish, where the other paint schemes are all have that particular feature all blacked out. Although you see the bike with just one seat out here today, well, when you go to buy the motorcycle, when it does actually launch in a couple of days, well, you will buy the motorcycle with a pillion seat that comes standard as well. But for now, this is the lowered seat height. It feels, well, shorter riders will find it a lot more accessible, and the entire riding posture has been altered tremendously on account of, well, the mini ape hanger bars, the forward set pegs and the lowered seat. So you are in a more bobber or cruiser style position, which paired with the engine and the performance aspects, well, it just gives you a completely different vibe, and it feels very unique and not like what Enfield have done with the Classic and the Bullet 350, because this one genuinely feels very different. Coming back to the foot pegs, well, these are slightly forward set, which has completely changed the rider triangle. The seat is a lot lower than that of the Classic, and, well, the rear of the bike, well, that's where a lot has changed, because the swing arm is new. You have the rear fender, which is mounted on the swing arm now, so there is a lot less weight on the chassis, and that smaller wheel, well, that has altered the way this motorcycle feels out on the road as well. Now, the Goan Classic 350 borrows its engine straight from, well, the standard Classic 350, because that is the same 349cc J series motor, the single cylinder air and oil cooled motor that makes the same amount of power and torque as it did before, which is rated at around little over 20 PS of max power and 27 Nm of max torque. Made it to the same 5-speed gearbox as well. Now, with the current configuration of this bike, well, it just has a completely different vibe to it because, well, the motor is all about that relaxed low-end thump, short shifts, nice torquey low-end grunt as well, and with the riding posture that is a lot more relaxed and laid back, well, you have a completely different vibe with this motorcycle when you get down to riding it, whether you're riding it in the narrow streets of Goa or out on the highway. It just feels way different than the standard classic 350. Alright, so Enfield have tried to keep the wheelbase, the weight and the suspension tune as similar as they could to the classic 350. But the thing about this one is it has a smaller 16-inch rear wheel compared to the classic's 18-inch rear wheel. So yes, although it has a slightly thicker profile as well, when you hit highway speeds, you are going to find the rear bouncing a lot, and that is not as comfortable as the standard classic 350.
All right, with that, we're drawing the show to a close. Toya and I are discussing what to have for breakfast right after and what coffee to sort of dig into. You make great plans for your day as well, and we'll catch you again tomorrow for a very inspirational episode coming up.
Right, we have 2 police women who will be joining us. They'll be telling us about how they've saved over 100 children, and this is a process that's taken a few months for them. We'll talk to them about how they did this. These are 2 head constables who will be joining us and telling us all about it. We'll see you though tomorrow. Send us all your feedback. Goodbye.
और आगे की यात्रा की बेहतर योजना बनाने के अवसर प्रदान करते हैं। ऐसे समारोह हमारी एकता को मजबूत बताने की तथा ये दर्शाते हैं कि राष्ट्रीय लक्ष्यों को प्राप्त करने के प्रयासों में हम सब एक साथ हैं। हमारे स्वाधीनता संग्राम के दौरान अनेक महान विभूतियों ने हमारे राष्ट्रीय आदर्शों को रेखांकित किया था। हमारी संविधान सभा में हमारे देश की विविधता को अभिव्यक्ति मिली थी। संविधान सभा में सभी प्रांतों और क्षेत्र के प्रतिनिधियों की उपस्थिति से अखिल भारतीय चेतना को शोर मिला था। संविधान सभा के वाद विवाद तथा सदस्यों के संबोधनों में हमें संविधान निर्माण की प्रक्रिया के साथ साथ अपने देश के बारे में गहरी जानकारी प्राप्त होती है। आज जिन पुस्तकों का विमोचन किया गया तथा जो शॉर्ट फिल्म्स दिखाई गई, उनमें लोगों को हमारे संविधान निर्माण के गौरवशाली इतिहास का परिचय प्राप्त होगा। एक अर्थ में भारत का संविधान कुछ महानतम मेधावी लोगों द्वारा लगभग 3 वर्षों के विचार विमर्श का परिणाम था, लेकिन सही अर्थ में ये हमारे लंबे स्वाधीनता संग्राम का परिणाम था। उस अतुलनीय राष्ट्रीय आंदोलन के आदर्शों को संविधान में अत्यंत महत्वपूर्ण स्थान दिया गया। उन आदर्शों को सुस्पष्ट और संक्षिप्त रूप से संविधान की प्रस्तावना में व्यक्त किया गया है। ये आदर्श है न्याय, स्वतंत्रता, समता और बंधुता। ये आदर्श सदियों से भारत को परिभाषित करते हैं। संविधान की प्रस्तावना में उल्लिखित आदर्श एक दूसरे के पूरक है। समग्र रूप से ये सभी आदर्श ऐसा वातावरण उपलब्ध कराते हैं जिसमें हम नागरिक को फूलते फलते समाज में योगदान देने तथा साथी नागरिकों की मदद करने का अवसर मिलता है। माननीय संसदगण, संविधान की भावना के अनुसार कार्यपालिका, विधायिका और न्यायपालिका का ये दायित्व है कि वे सामान्य लोगों के जीवन को सुगम बनाने के लिए मिलजुल कर काम करें। संसद द्वारा पारित किए गए अनेक अधिनियमों से जौन आकांक्षाओं को अभिव्यक्ति मिली है। देश के आर्थिक एकीकरण के लिए स्वतंत्रता के बाद का सबसे बड़ा टैक्स सुधार गुड्स एंड सर्विसेज टैक्स को के रूप में किया गया है। वर्ष 2018 में राष्ट्रीय पिछड़ा बल आयोग को संवैधानिक दर्जा प्रदान किया गया है। वुमेन लेड डेवलपमेंट की सोच को यथार्थ रूप देना सामाजिक न्याय के संवैधानिक आदर्शों को प्राप्त करने के लिए अनिवार्य है। नारी शक्ति बंधन अधिनियम द्वारा हमारे लोकतंत्र में महिला सशक्तिकरण के एक नए युग की शुरुआत की गई है। दंड के स्थान पर न्याय तथा अपराध के स्थान पर सुरक्षा की भावना पर आधारित भारतीय न्याय संहिता, भारतीय नागरिक सुरक्षा संहिता और भारतीय साक्ष्य अधिनियम को पारित करके सांसदों ने आधुनिक सोच को अपनाने का प्रभावशाली परिचय दिया है। ऐसे अनेक अधिनियमों को पारित करने के लिए मैं सभी सांसदों की सराहना करती हूँ। पिछले कुछ वर्षों के दौरान सरकार ने समाज के सभी वर्गों, विशेषकर कमजोर वर्गों के लोगों के विकास के लिए अनेक कदम उठाए हैं। ऐसे निर्णयों से लोगों का जीवन बेहतर हुआ है तथा उन्हें प्रगति के नए अवसर मिल रहे हैं। गरीब लोगों का अपना पक्का घर मिल रहा है, बिजली, पानी, सड़क की सुविधा मिल रही है, खाद्य सुरक्षा और चिकित्सा सेवाएं मिल रही है। देश में बड़े पैमाने पर विश्व स्तर का इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर बनाया जा रहा है। समग्र और समावेशी विकास के ऐसे अनेक प्रयास हमारे संवैधानिक आदर्शों को आगे बढ़ाते हैं। इस प्रयासों के लिए मैं सरकार की सराहना करती हूँ। उच्चतम न्यायालय के प्रयासों से देश की न्यायपालिका हमारे न्याय प्रणाली को और अधिक प्रभावी बनाने के लिए अनेक प्रयास कर रही है। न्यायपालिका विचाराधीन कैदियों को और जेल सुधार के विषयों पर भी कार्यरत है। हमारे देश में मूलभूत ने और आगे की यात्रा की बेहतर योजना बनाने के अवसर प्रदान करते हैं। ऐसे समारोह हमारी एकता को मजबूत बताने की तथा ये दर्शाते हैं कि राष्ट्रीय लक्ष्यों को प्राप्त करने के प्रयासों में हम सब एक साथ हैं। हमारे स्वाधीनता संग्राम के दौरान अनेक महान विभूतियों ने हमारे
Hello and welcome again. You're watching the morning news show on CNN News 18 and I'm Sakshi Singh Victoria here to walk you through the top headlines from the nation and across the globe over the next 60 minutes. At the top of this segment, playing out our top story of the hour, which is the atrocities against Hindus residing in Bangladesh. Violence continues to grip Chittagong as tensions rise after the arrest of Hindu spiritual leader Chinmoy Krishnadas. The situation took a grim turn with the brutal killing of public prosecutor Saiful Islam Alif, intensifying unrest in the region. Now Chinmoy Das, the monk, whose bail plea was denied twice, has now been sent to 10 days of judicial custody. This has sparked a huge outrage amongst Hindu communities. The Ministry of External Affairs has now condemned the rising violence against minorities in Bangladesh, calling for urgent steps to ensure their safety as well. Now, with the situation growing more tense, 3 temples were targeted in Chittagong.
Citizens just declared that he is not ready to hear the bail today, but tomorrow. But now is question, tomorrow, the Chirang the district court lawyers association declared that tomorrow all types of legal work will be stopped. Will be suspended. That means because one Muslim lawyer tomorrow will die for that reason. So it is insecure, it is unstable that tomorrow bail hearing will be possible or not possible. I don't know, because all kind of legal work already is suspended.
Sir, also want to know about the current situation. We have told that Hindu lawyers have faced issues returning to their homes, and the Islamist forces attacked Hindu societies. Talk to us a little bit about that.
Returning homes in the evening after the hearing, the news of the lawyers, these lawyers, and that time I see and I observe that. I also many lawyers observe that they feel insecure and they are fearing because they are disturbed by some persons. I think they are lawyer or not lawyer, but the dress also lawyer. They are.
Okay. And Sweeper Colony was also attacked by the mob?
No, when I returning also there some group, they are checking and I think they observe who are the Hindu lawyer, and so I also hear that some Hindu lawyer that time attacked by them.
Okay.
They are mischievous, but
Okay. Did Chinmay Prabhu also spoke in the court? What did he tell the court?
In the magistrate court.
Yes.
Magistrate court, he delivered his speech there. He is in the right path.
Okay.
And he, what is he talking on the where he is talking on the on behalf of the people of Hindu and for their welfare and not against the country, for the right of the Hindu people. He is telling, and he will also tell it continuously because he told that he did not tell or do anything subversive or against the state.
What has happened today in the court and what will happen tomorrow, sir?
Tomorrow, Chinmay Prabhu bail petition is hearing to District Judge Court. Date fixed tomorrow.
Tomorrow. What time?
12 o'clock.
12 o'clock. Okay. And today the bail got rejected by court.
Must be any last. That is last 8th country of politics, because hearing by bail rejected or allowed.
Okay. And where is Chinmay Prabhu right now?
Right now, this jail, Chittagong authority.
Acha, Chittagong jail. So tomorrow at 12, his bail will be heard by the district court.
Yes.
Okay. And what are the grounds on which you are asking for bail?
What is the ground? He.
Yes.
Religions.
Okay.
Religions, but not politics or other anything. He social worker.
Okay.
It is.
Okay.